Just as we talked about a few days ago, the Sag-Aftra strike has actually gone through. That means that all of the Hollywood actors are on strike right now, and that includes The Chosen and any faith-based productions that we've been following recently. This is a pretty big deal, and as we know, the writer's strike has been going on for quite some time now as well. But this has to do with a lot of different factors, most notably how these actors and writers are getting paid and how they receive residuals, but also a huge part of this is AI. Because AI actually is going to be a massive thing coming up for almost every industry in the future. A lot of these bigger Hollywood productions want to take scans of every single actor and be able to use their assets anywhere they want in perpetuity. This is obviously a really big deal for actors. Maybe they'll get paid a nominal fee in the front end of things, but then they won't get paid residuals for their likeness being used in all of these other areas. That could be a huge issue, especially for background actors, for kind of these lesser acting roles in all of these films that are upcoming in the next 10, 20, 30, 100 years, right? This could be a really big deal. A secondary issue that's maybe even worse is that they want to take these scans of the actors and put them in a generative AI model. What this means is they'll take those scans of the actors and they'll be able to use thousands and thousands and thousands of other scans and manipulate them together to make new models of humans that don't even exist, making actors, background actors, extras, large groups of people with totally unique faces that have never been seen before, using your likeness and image if you're an actor in SAG-Aftra. So this is a pretty big deal. That's why the strike is happening overall. But we know that this had a huge effect on The Chosen as well. I was in Utah last week, and for most of the days of filming, they had the main actors there on set. However, the last day, when the strike was enacted, they actually could not participate at all. Not even one of them. And it's not their choice whether or not to participate. It's because they are part of this union, they are forced not to participate. And so this became a really big deal. Does it mean that The Chosen can no longer film season 4, even though they only have about 10 days of filming left? Well, let's check out some of the behind-the-scenes stuff from The Chosen in particular and talk through this as a whole. So here's Dallas kind of talking with Chris Durbin here, talking about the issue last Friday.
All right, so today we are filming everything we can without our cast, which is no fun, which means we have to add another day of filming, which is multiple six figures of money that we don't have. But we'll make it work somehow. And hopefully by this weekend we will get the exemption so we can resume filming Monday, but we're not sure. So loaves and
Yeah, so this is really interesting. So the exemption that he's talking about is they want to apply for an exemption so that The Chosen in particular can continue to film because they are an individual project. They're not part of one of these big studios. They're independent. They don't have any of these bad intentions with AI like these other studios do. And so they've asked for a very specific exemption from this strike so they can continue to work with their actors and pay them well and all this stuff. Now, Dallas is saying that hundreds of thousands of dollars are going to be lost every single day, that they can't have their actors on set and they can't be filming. That's because everybody that they're paying to be there, all the places that they're staying, the hotels and everything that they're paying for the actors, all the equipment that they're renting, including trailers and camera stuff and all of it, right? The payment, I'm sure, for the set itself, the Jerusalem set there, there's a lot of stuff that they're going to have to pay for that still needs to be paid for even if the actors aren't acting. So, of course, it's going to cost a ton of money here.
Check in for today. Historic.
But here's Dallas's message from earlier on, or at least the Chosen's message here. It says, important update from Dallas and the Screen Actors Guild strike, which started last night. Unfortunately, despite the requested work we did on our end, an exemption for us will not be granted in time to avoid a shutdown. We will do a little filming of everything that doesn't require our cast, and then we'll wait and hope that either the strike ends, unlikely soon, or that we're granted an exemption and can resume filming. Yes, it's upsetting and will cost time and money, but we bring our 5 loaves and 2 fish. God handles the rest. So here's another little bit on the strike there. Paris just showing kind of what the strike is doing and that they are on strike there. This is also Giovanni Cairo, who plays Thaddeus, and he's talking about how he was an AI consultant to SAG during the negotiations, which is pretty cool. And then we see more actors saying they're on strike, more crew members saying they're on strike. Actors go on strike. Now, here is a letter basically from Dallas to SAG-AFTRA trying to ask for this exemption because they need to get back to work. So he said, we've submitted all the requested paperwork immediately. We fit all the qualifications for an exemption. You have our application for it. Every day that goes by without your response costs us hundreds of thousands of dollars while your actors are stuck in Utah. We're the good guys. We've treated your actors well. We take the few minutes to approve our application. Please take the few minutes to approve our application so our actors can get back to work getting paid for the last 2 weeks of a season they want to finish. Dallas, creator The Chosen. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, I wanted to let you know that not even half of the people that watch our channel are actually subscribed. So we could be closer to 60 or even 100,000 subscribers if you would just help me and press that button. My goal right now is actually to pass Rabbi Jason Sobel in subscribers. So if you want to help me do that, make sure you subscribe, and that would be amazing. Anyway, thanks. Let's continue on with the video. So he asked that of SAG-AFTRA. Then the next day or a day or two after, finally this happened, which is a huge thing. They got the exemption from SAG-AFTRA. We resume filming as normal on Monday, thanks to the Guild for getting specific and acknowledging our efforts. So this is a massive thing that The Chosen is able to film. And it's not only that The Chosen is able to film, it's not just that The Chosen can finish season 4. We always knew that was going to happen eventually, right? It was a waiting game. But the fact that they get an exemption could be the best thing that's ever happened to The Chosen. Let me explain this, okay? So the whole world is shut down. These massive movies that are being filmed right now are shut down. Movies that people have been waiting for years, right? They're in the middle of production. They can't film because of these strikes with the writers and with the actors. And yet, The Chosen is basically the only production in the world that is allowed to film right now. My God is good, right? It's not just that he's letting The Chosen film, but think about the eyes and the ears that are going to be on The Chosen's production, knowing that they are one of the only productions in the world that is allowed to film right now in Hollywood, in that whole sector, right? That's pretty amazing to think of how The Chosen could be used in this way, because they are one of very few independent productions that could even ask for this exemption in the first place. But they're one of the only ones that have it right now. Maybe the only one that has it right now. That's pretty awesome. And God knows exactly what he's doing. Like I said, it's not just that they get to finish season 4, but at this time, in this way, it could be way more beneficial than if they had just finished the season normally. This could bring brand new eyes, brand new building up of The Chosen over the entire world. Because everyone's going to recognize that this production is special for some reason. Everyone's going to recognize that this production has something that no other production does. It's just amazing to me how God works and how he continues to do these things over and over and over again. We always knew when we heard about this obstacle upcoming that this was going to be another Red Sea moment, but not only were we surprised that it was resolved this quickly, but also that this could be used as an even bigger blessing for the production, for the show, and for the reach of the message that The Chosen is trying to spread. It's just so amazing. So cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And if you're not, sign up for our Patreon so you can get behind-the-scenes access to live streams that we do every single week, as well as updates from Utah when I was filming last week. Anyway, amazing news. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.